Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Open Potato. This is Transport Inc., a game where you have to run a transport empire and make the most amount of money. We checked it out when it was still in early access, when it was the demo mode, but now it's been released. It's been released into the wild, and we are going to be playing through. We're going to be playing through a game. We're going to see how the heck things go. Alright, so I've just jumped into free play mode here. We're going to be playing in the UK, or at least we're going to be starting in the UK, because certainly we've got the opportunity to branch out into other countries and create transport networks in other countries, and that is exactly what we're going to be doing. Tato transportation. That's right. I wanted to make it potato transportation, but unfortunately the character limit just isn't quite long enough. Anyway, victory conditions: defeat all of your opponents, get rich, master transporter, transport 600,000 passengers. We've got all types of vehicles enabled. We can include cargo. Vehicle limit of unlimited. You may experience lags. Well, I'll risk it. And then 6 opponents. Cool. All right, I'll chance it. Let's start off in the UK and let's get cracking. As ever, given that this is the first episode, I will of course try and tutorialize the elements in this game that allow us to make money and make profit. But certainly going forward, after the first episode, we'll probably stop doing that. Right, so here we can see all of the different cities in the United Kingdom. So we've got Inverness up in the north, and we've got Plymouth down in the south, London over there as well. Now, you can actually see where the railways go and where the roads go. Now, we are going to need to set up transport networks between a variety of these cities in order to try and transport passengers in the first instance, but after that we can maybe look at cargo. Right. So 75 people are willing to travel from London to Birmingham, which is kind of interesting. How many people are wanting to travel from Birmingham to London? Sorry, this is from London to Birmingham, and then this is from Birmingham to London. Okay, so I think it might be worth us setting up perhaps a Birmingham to London route in the first instance here. The game revolves around transport routes, and that is exactly what we want to do in the first instance. So let's set up a route between London and Birmingham. Just a nice simple one to get us started. You know, we're not going to go for anything too fancy at this moment in time, but we'll get the route set up. Very, very easy to set up a route. The game is paused now at the moment as well, so we don't need to worry about that. And then we're going to go to the shop. We're literally going to go to the shop, and we are going to grab a bus. Now, what type of bus do we want to get? I mean, there's a whole bunch of different types of buses that you can see here. All the way up to a high-grade double-decker bus that can transport a large number of economy and first-class passengers. Or, alternatively, we could just buy the cheapest, most awful type of bus. Only carries 16, and the economy class comfort is just about as low as it gets. But you know what? Let's do that. And I tell you what, let's double up. I am confident that this is going to be our flagship route, and therefore we're going to want to throw as many buses on there as possible. Now, before we go and unpause the game, I want to do a couple of other things. First of all, I want to set up potentially 1 or 2 more routes. Yeah, okay, so actually, let me set up a Birmingham to Liverpool route, right? And then let me set up a Hull to Birmingham route. Or even a Hull to Norwich route. Yeah, give me a Hull to Norwich route. I think that's acceptable. Okay, and then let's return to the shop. Let's just real quick, let's buy 1 bus for there, 1 bus for there. Okay, so that is what, 4 buses over the course of our whole network, which is actually quite a lot. Actually quite a substantial number. We can talk about the little icons that you can see around the city. We can talk a little bit about that later on, but suffice to say, I think that we're pretty much ready to rock and roll. The only thing that I want to do before we actually unpause is get ourselves a depot, and a depot is pretty important because it is the way that we can repair vehicles. A vehicle needs repairing after this little green bar gets to 0. It's pretty self-explanatory. Yep, let's buy. Okay, so that takes us down to about 45,000 in cash. I think we're ready to go, to be honest. I think we're ready to go. I tell you what I do want to do, actually, before we unpause. I'm just seeing now, we've got some first-class passengers that want to travel between Birmingham and London. So why don't I throw in why don't I throw in a first-class bus? Yeah, throwing in a first-class bus there. That maybe seems like a little bit of overkill, but you know what? We'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot nonetheless. Right. So, we got a couple of buses that are currently transporting people. There we go. But we don't want empty buses. Empty buses are terrible, actually. Absolutely terrible for us. Absolutely awful. Buses are absolutely dreadful. Also, we've got a competitor. We got a competitor. Less is more transportation. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced about that. Also, what the heck? What the heck happened to all of this demand? Where the heck did everyone go? Travel immediately over there. Yeah, let's switch one of these buses onto another route here because I have no idea, absolutely no idea why we don't have anyone traveling on this route. This is pretty bad actually. The Norwich to Birmingham route is looking good. Yeah, Norwich to Birmingham, or Norwich to Hull, I should say, is looking very, very good. The first-class route as well, between Birmingham and London, is also looking really, really good. But then the route between Birmingham and London that carries regular economy class passengers is very, very poor. Now, we could do a survey. We could do a survey here. We could do a survey. Is that what we want to do? It's going to cost us 9 grand. And to be honest, I feel like if we were to do that, then that would be a pretty substantial investment. Maybe we just want to reallocate our resources elsewhere. Do we want to perhaps switch a couple of people around? Edinburgh to Newton Stewart. Okay, give me an Edinburgh to Newton Stewart, and then let's move this bus over there. Let's move it right over there immediately, because the fact that we're not making money is a disaster. Right now, there are a couple of things that we can do. So we can actually adjust the ticket price here. We can actually adjust the ticket price, and to be honest, I feel like we should take it way, 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 way down, because I really, really, really want to compete for the London to Birmingham routes. I am just not entirely sure why people are not a big fan of traveling on this route. Maybe it is worth us spending 9 grand on a survey. However, given the fact that we are almost out of cash, I think we're gonna just chill for a little bit. I think we're just gonna chill for a little bit. Right. Ah, look at that. Okay, so it seems like people are interested in traveling on the Birmingham to London route as long as there is a slightly lower priced ticket available, which is real good. Speaking of, actually, let's see if we can try and adjust the price for first class passengers so they can subsidize the travel of pretty much everyone else. Right, the Hull to Norwich route is looking very, very good. Very, very happy with that, actually. Let's take that down a little bit. Yeah, because we want to try and basically get full buses, right? That is the most important thing. If we're traveling even slightly empty between Hull and Norwich, for example, we've only got 14 out of 16 passengers. That is a bit of a problem. That is a bit of a problem, and something which I am a little bit concerned about. Yeah, okay, so there are 20, 30 passengers waiting. Let's bump up the price a little bit. Again, if we can more efficiently cater for supply and demand, then that would be great. The other thing that I perhaps did want to do was buy a really, really cheap bus for the Liverpool to Birmingham route, which has already actually got a route there, but we just want to take down the price a smidgen. So we'll do that right now. Yeah, don't worry about the fact that we've got no cash. As long as we're able to convert a couple of people into passengers on the Liverpool to Birmingham route, then we are gonna be absolutely grand. Excellent. Very, very, very happy with that. We only have one depot at this moment in time, which is okay. I think that we can make do with just one single depot. But that's fine. I am still very, very worried about the fact that my competitor on the British Isles is looking hot. And is also getting a full bus of passengers here. Let's take the ticket price down a little bit. Yeah. Okay. We can look at feedback. And I think that, honestly, ticket prices are going to be the main determining factor going forward. But you know what? This is okay. We are just about getting by. We're making a decent amount of money. We're in a good place. Okay, expenses versus income. I think we're okay. Yeah, we're absolutely okay. We don't have any loans taken out. Are we transporting the most people? We're not. We're not transporting the most people. We do have the most vehicles, though, which is actually quite good. Victory conditions, yeah. We know what the victory conditions are. We don't need to worry too much about other companies at this moment in time. As I've already said, we can take out loans, and I do want to take out loans, but I don't want to do it quite yet. Managers, we do want to get managers. Managers will automatically schedule, you know, repair stops and whatnot, so we'll deal with that. We'll deal with that as we go. But for now, I think we're fine. Now, the other thing that I want to talk about very, very briefly is buying a license. Buying a license to another country. And there are a couple of other countries which perhaps tickle my fancy. Obviously, the smaller ones are going to be cheaper to buy a license for. So, for example, I think we want to try and expand into Ireland as soon as we possibly can. So it's going to cost 110,000 bucks in order to get access to Ireland. So, I mean, that might just be the plan for us. I mean, obviously, we need to complete our dominance of the country of Great Britain, or the island of Great Britain, I should say. But if we get that done, then Ireland is a step away, and then after that, it's gonna have to be France, purely because of the channel. Alternatively, we could just, I say it has to be France. It only has to be France if we want to get from the UK to Europe via train, because I don't actually think that there's a road there, even though technically you can put your car on the channel tunnel. But, I mean, it doesn't particularly matter. We could just buy a license to Germany, for example, and then just start a completely independent transport network in Germany. It's definitely an option. Definitely an option. Yeah, I think this is okay. Can I pay my drivers slightly less? Can I pay my drivers slightly less salary, please? Maybe that'll affect the bottom line a little bit. I sure as heck hope it will. Will they go on strike? I don't know. I would certainly hope that they don't. Right, so let's open feedback. The speed is... They don't like the speed. They do like the ticket price, but they don't like the speed. Is it possible for us to perhaps upgrade maybe the quality or the speed? We could upgrade a bus, or alternatively, we could just get another bus for this route. You know what? Give me a slightly better route, a slightly better bus on the London to Birmingham route. It's going to be slightly higher capacity, slightly higher speed as well. Yeah. Also, I think I should be playing at half speed, just so that I can get a full understanding of what the heck is going on. We also maybe want to think about getting a transport route. It's maybe an option. What's the cheapest transport truck? I think it's 20 grand. Yeah, a cheap and common van used to transport cargo around. I don't know if my competitors have got, I think that might be a transport van. Yeah, I think that's a transport van. I mean, a cargo van even. I think I probably want to compete with them, but I guess if there is a route that we can have access to freely, then we probably want to take it. I would imagine anyway. There's so much more capacity. There's so much more capacity on this London to Birmingham route. What's the feedback? Yeah, so we need better tickets, or we need better speed, and we need better comfort. That is okay. Honestly, a survey in London or a survey in Birmingham would probably go a long way to helping make a significant amount more cash. I mean, do we want to take out a loan? I feel like a loan would be very, very, very beneficial at this moment in time. So, loan amount, 88,000, number of payments, 12, 18% interest rate. Okay, so there's no reason not to really extend it all the way up to max. Right, so let's do that. Let's absolutely do that. We cannot take out any more loan. We are fully credited. Do I want to assign a manager? I don't really think that I want to worry about a manager at this moment in time. Although getting a manager would be good. Renting an office and getting all of that sorted out. I think that we can survive in the short term anyway. We can survive in the short term. All of our buses have got reasonably high levels of repair. That's fine. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to grab a couple of buses. There, and another one over there. Wonderful. And then we're just going to sort of let that go. And I think that is going to give us basically a huge increase in our capacity to transport passengers. Liverpool, Birmingham, and London are now very well serviced. Yeah, I think that that's going to be huge, to be honest with you. I think that is going to be absolutely huge. We should potentially think about cranking up our prices. Genuinely, we should start thinking about cranking up our prices. Look at this money that we've got coming in. This is excellent. This is excellent. Feedback. Comfort. People are okay with the comfort. People would like a little bit of a speedier connection. But to be honest, in a bus, I don't think you're really likely to get a very speedy connection. But that's okay. That is okay. How many first-class passengers do we have waiting? We could maybe afford to get one more first-class passenger bus on that line. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Look at this cash that is pouring in. Oh my goodness. Okay, we are expanding hard and we are expanding fast. Now, do I want to see if I can try and compete on the cargo route that we've got? The cargo route that my competitor has got between Newcastle and Liverpool. Honestly, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's live dangerously. Let's give it a shot. So, cargo van. Excellent. And that's my first cargo van. That is my first cargo van, and honestly, we are going to drive the price down as much as we possibly can, and it's going to be excellent. We might even do a survey. We might even do a survey to distinguish exactly what everyone wants. Okay, so now that we've got a survey, are we able to tell what people are after? They're after a speed of 66 to 116. What's the speed of this thing? Oh, I mean, that's fine then. Okay, so that survey was a complete waste of time. 66 and 116. All right, you know what? If that's it, if that's all that they care about, then that's fine. Then that is absolutely fine. If I drive down prices, will that translate to my competitor getting kicked out? I certainly hope so. Also, we still have so many economy class passengers waiting at Birmingham to travel between Birmingham and London. Like, that is just obscene. We're just about servicing everyone between Liverpool and Birmingham, but between London and Birmingham is chronically still so underserved. But that's okay. Minus 37,000, but that's fine. That was just from debt repayments. That's a-okay. I wonder if it's worth us saving up for... Ooh, this is big. This is important. I wonder if it's worth us saving up for a big economy class bus here that perhaps transports like 36 people. That might be worth it. Okay, what have we got going on? We've got a concert, so significantly increases existing demand for a short term. It's a concert in Belfast, which I've got to be brutally honest, is very, very difficult to access unless we want to buy a license to Ireland. Looks like that is going to go unexploited, but there we go. Okay, now let's talk about what different modifiers different cities can have. So it's quite interesting. Tourism. Cities with a tourism tag have a bigger income during the holidays, which of course is set by the calendar up here. London, for example, is a capital city. Capital cities have a bigger income with other cities of the same state. Cool. Airport, only cities with an airplane tag can create airplane lines. Interesting. And again, tourism. So Norwich doesn't have anything. That's fine. Birmingham's got an airport. Residential tag has higher chance of spawning more demand between nearby cities, which is great, actually, which is really, really good. So the London to Birmingham route is going to be a real money spinner. And universities, cities with a university tag have a bigger income during semesters. I mean, that's fine. We can just about deal with that. That's absolutely a-okay. So yeah, that's what we need to consider. The fact that there's a concert in Belfast, it's a little bit of a pain in the backside, and there's not much that we're going to be able to do about it, unfortunately. There's a lot of demand. There is a lot of demand between Belfast and elsewhere. Is that 100 people? I think that might be 100 people. That's 104 people that want to go between... Birmingham and Belfast there, but hey-ho. Alright, we're saving up for a big old bus. We're saving up for a big old bus here. We want the 60 grand bus to transport 36 people at a time between London and Birmingham. This, I feel, is a really, really good strategy to try and get more people. Oh man, there's so much money. We got so much money coming in. Okay, great, looking good. Now, the next thing that we want to think about, maybe, is the fact that we don't have any managers, and some of the repair conditions on our buses are just about up. Also, what the heck is up with you? You're only transporting 15 passengers? It's a bit of a disaster. We want to transport as many passengers as we possibly can. Alright, we'll adjust the price a little bit. Adjust it down to 45 bucks. If we can only transport 15 people, then we can only transport 15 people. Although I am almost certain that we can get more than that, and we will get more than that. We will want to expand into railways at some point. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's much, much better. So we lower the price by 5 bucks, and we managed to fill the bus. We managed to fill the bus to max, which is very, very nice indeed. There we go. That's looking grand. Look at the amount of money that we've got rolling in. Look at the amount of money. It is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, I think for the first time in a while, we're going to start a brand new route. So we'll get a route in there. And then... Do I want to potentially add on another bit? I think I might actually add on another bit. So this is going to be our first big route. No, ditch that. Ditch that. No. No. Remove city. Remove city. Excellent. Okay, so let's do this. And what we're going to do right over here is we're going to create a first-class bus route. There we go. Excellent. We're going to grab 2 buses for this. That one. 2 buses for that route. And let's go. Wrong vehicle? I don't think we've got the wrong vehicle. I think that is working as it should. Yep, that one is working as it should. And so now, hopefully, we're going to be able to compete on first-class passengers again against less is more transportation. Tato Transportation, by the way, has got the highest net worth. I don't think it should have the wrong vehicle. Alright, don't know why that's reporting to be the case, but that's okay. Alright, let's reduce the cost there. And to tell you what, give me this. So what do we got? The demands are between 0.9 passenger quality and 1.8. So what am I actually offering on my buses right now? I'm actually offering on my buses an appropriate level of passenger comfort, which is quite nice. It's price, which I think is going to be really, really key here. Yeah, but the important thing is that we're actually competing with less is more transportation, even though it's not super important, because the thing to consider is that at the moment there are plenty of passengers to go around. And we're getting away. We're getting away with the fact that my competitors ain't really doing that much. Also, I don't know if I've got the ability to buy over. I do have the ability to buy over my competitor. Offer 74,000 to buy out the company? Are we gonna get this? Are we gonna get this company? I'll give him an offer. Okay, we'll wait for the response. That's fine. I wonder if it might actually legitimately be worth it. You know, trying to leverage ourselves. We can take out another 100,000 loan. I like the idea of that. I like the idea of being the sole operator of transports around the British Isles. That is tremendously satisfying to me. Right, we're going to hire a manager here. Repair at 30%. Full repair, 60%. Cool. Assign all. Brilliant. It's literally that simple. Yeah. It's literally that simple. I hope that that's going to be that that's going to be okay. Offer rejected. Yeah, I mean, look, we knew that that would be the case. We knew that that would be the case. However, I think I still want to push ahead with it. Unless there is perhaps a better deal to be had. Dependable Highway Express. Where the heck is Dependable Highway Express? What the heck is this over here? Closed airport. Okay, that's not a big deal at this moment in time. So, Dependable Highway Express. We know that this is Snail Transport, Inc. European Air and Earth Services. It's a sporting event. That's European Air and Earth Services, I think. Yeah. We could damage their depot. Attempt to sabotage their depot. That's not very... It's not very sporting. Okay, so it looks like Dependable Highway Express has got a little bit of a network going in Turkey. To be honest, if we're able to buy Dependable Highway Express, would that give us access to the Turkish market? Would that give us the ability to make routes over there? If so, might straight up be worth us investing in that area. Okay, let's take out another massive loan. Okay, take out a massive loan. No. Ended up accidentally repaying my loan early, but that's fine. We can just take out another $200,000 loan. That's completely fine. Right, so let's go to companies. Let's go to companies. Less is more. Previous offer. I'm going to offer 120 grand. 120 grand. 121 grand to buy out the company. If they don't say yes, they're going to get destroyed. Mark my words. Also, how much does it cost for us to be able to buy a license for trains? Hold up. You do not have the license to buy trains. Buy license now for 200,000. Okay, so we don't actually have anywhere near the cash to do that. That's completely fine. Concert starts in 1 day. That is okay. There is a lot of resource that needs to go between Hull and Plymouth here. Okay, you know what? I'm going to set that up as a route. Hull and Plymouth. Sure, let's go for it. And let's see if we can purchase some big old trucks to do that route. Okay. Nice. Let's do it. All right, so I like the fact that we're going to be doing this. Holidays. Okay, the holidays have come. Lower that to 30,000. We're still waiting for a response, by the way. We're still waiting for a response in our less is more transportation buyout offer. In the meantime, I am in very negative cash flow territory. Hopefully that will be rectified. Doesn't look like anything is losing us money at this moment in time. Almost all of our vehicles are full. There's a couple. Offer rejected? Really? Really? I mean, that makes me unhappy. That makes me unhappy. That makes me very, very unhappy. That makes me very, very unhappy. I mean, can I sabotage their depot? For a reprisal? Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. The drivers have decided to go on strike. That's terrible news. Okay, their mood is not good. Okay, you know what? Pay him 2,000 bucks. Pay him 2,000 bucks. Pay off striking drivers. Okay. Are the drivers striking just absolutely everywhere? Like, are they affecting absolutely everybody? I think they are, to be honest. Okay, there we go, and we're back on the mend. Okay, wonderful. I ended up paying the drivers a little bit more, but that's fine. I can just about tolerate that. To be honest, what I can't tolerate is inefficiency in the system. So we need to be super, super, super aware whenever a bus like isn't at 100% full capacity. Slightly increased demand during the holidays. That's okay. We don't need to worry about that too much. I'm not super bothered about the regional modifiers. What I am worried about is the fact that less is more transportation might actually be in a position to seriously compete with me if I'm not able to just buy them out. Right. 130,000 bucks is just about potentially the limit of what I'm gonna go for here. Man, we must be making a lot of money from this route here. The Plymouth to Hull route is legit. In fact, I think we want to see if we can try and bump it up a little bit more, actually. Yeah, so let's see if we can try and add on another vehicle or two to this route, actually. Even maybe a big old hauler. The biggest, perhaps. A high-grade truck used to transport medium amounts of cargo. Honestly, 210,000 bucks is a lot, but I'd be willing to pay it. I would be willing to pay it if it was gonna be a way to make us more money. Yeah, when are we hearing back from Less is More Transport Co? Because I want my money back. Believe it or not, I don't want to just kiss goodbye to 130,000 bucks. Another offer rejected. Okay, this is war. This is war. Okay. Plymouth to Hull, transport all of the goods. It's going to be excellent. Look at this. Look at this obscene amount of money that we're going to be able to make. This thing can transport 90 packages. It's going to have to be slightly cheaper, otherwise we're going to be having supply issues, but that's fine. London to Birmingham. Let me just hide the vehicles for a second. Yeah, I think that might be a little bit easier, actually. Or maybe that's a little bit easier to look at. It's just so that I can see what the heck is going on. Alright. Similarly, let's see if we can try and pick up, I don't know, like 2 more buses. 2 more buses on the London to Birmingham route here. We could get bigger, better buses, but let's keep it cheap, let's keep it cheerful. And let's keep it simple. Alright, so what's going to happen in Hull? Are we going to load up all of our cargo? Look at that. 90 bits of cargo. 90 bits of cargo is real good. I mean, that's like a lot of money. That's a lot of money on the line there. So I'm very, very happy with that. Okay, I guess I'm just giving up on the idea of buying out my competitor. Okay. Okay, this route is not making me money, this one. There are too many variables. There are too many variables here. Vehicles are being repaired by the managers automatically, which is kind of great. Pretty happy about that. Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, I am definitely transporting the most passengers. I've got the most vehicles. I've got the highest net worth. I've got kind of the highest income. I have the highest expenses, and the net income is also the highest for me. So, yay, that's great. I also am severely leveraged. Very, very, very leveraged. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the bank. There we go. How much is still outstanding? Remaining to be paid, 200,000 bucks. An interest rate of 21%. Monthly payment of $20,000. I mean, I would love to pay that back. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to. Not for a while, anyway. We can take out another 38,000 bucks in a loan. But I don't really think that that's super worthwhile for us. London to Birmingham route is still, it's looking good. It's looking really, really good. To be honest, we are quite fortunate. I think Less is More Transportation has just decided to not compete with me on a whole bunch of things, on a whole bunch of routes, which is very, very nice. I think I can compete on the Inverness to Edinburgh route, though, so let's see if we can give that a shot. Even though they're deciding not to compete with me, I'm deciding to compete with them. 3 whole buses. That's right. You bet your bottom dollar. You bet your bottom dollar that I'm interested in undercutting their pricing. There we go. Can I have a little look? Select current routes. Nope, not that one. Not that one. What can I do? Don't want to use detour. Don't want to do that. Feedback. Yeah, select ticket prices. So everyone can operate at 40 bucks there. Again, we want to see if we can try and destroy the enemy. Destroy the enemy. I wish I could see exactly how much the enemy were paying for, or the enemy were offering passenger tickets at. That would be real nice. Also, I think that we can get potentially more cargo capacity on some routes. Swansea is an industrial city, so could benefit from a could benefit from a route to Birmingham for cargo. Let's do that. Let's do that real quick. Excuse me. There we go. Nice. And let's adjust the price of freight to about 35 or 30 bucks there, I should say. Excellent. Managers, I'm just going to assign all managers, so that's fine. A couple of vehicles are now getting repaired. Vehicle repairs cost a little bit of cash. It's not a tremendous amount, I don't think, but it's still something to consider. All right. I think I might have overcooked this one a little bit. Yeah, I don't actually think that there is that much... I don't think that there is that much cargo on this route here. Yeah, I think that was a little bit of an overestimation of exactly how much cargo is needing to be transported. That's a pretty big... It's a pretty big vehicle that we've used. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. There's a Birmingham to Inverness route, which is, or sorry, a Liverpool to Inverness route, which is needing a bunch more cargo. So as soon as the Swansea route has been finished up here, or as soon as the Swansea truck has been finished up here, we're gonna actually drag you onto that route there, travel immediately, and then with that freedom, we can just stick a smaller vehicle onto the Swansea to Birmingham supply route. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so we are still ahead of the pack. I think that our lead is being maintained fairly well. Pretty happy with how it's looking at this moment in time. Let's stick a small vehicle on there. And we might stick another small vehicle on there at some point as well. Right, are we making any... We got 8 payments remaining. So 8 payments is 160,000. 160,000 in loan. It's quite a lot. It's quite a lot of outstanding loans that need to be paid. If I was to take out another loan, it would be at 24% interest. So I almost feel myself being repulsed by that idea. But I do need to repay the loan. I do need to repay the loan. That is definitely something I need to do. Vehicles become damaged. It's a bit of a pain in the backside. Can I get you to use a detour? Is that possible? How do I get you to use a detour? Oh, no, everyone's on strike. I'd love to pay off the strike. Oh my giddy aunt. Drivers require a heck of a large amount of money. You know what? I'm gonna make myself feel better. Disable the depot for a time if successful. That's right. A little bit of sabotage here and there. I don't know if it's possible for me to sabotage striking efforts. Depot has been damaged. Nice. Okay, I thought that was my depot that had been damaged for a bit. Yeah, I wonder if it's possible to perhaps irritate the enemy drivers. Okay, we got a concert. Where have we got a concert? This is fine. Significantly increases existing demand for a short time. All right. Well, the fact that there is a concert in Newton Stewart is not necessarily terrible. Your vehicle is crashed and is totaled. You'll receive 12 grand as an insurance payment. Honestly, that's kind of fine. Does it automatically deal with it, or do I sell it? I guess I can't do anything about that. All right, cool. You just chill out there. That's completely fine. All right, this interest that we are paying on the loan is absolutely killing me. But that's okay. Also, the amount that I'm paying drivers is absolutely killing me too. That is a obscene amount of money. 63 grand. I mean, if I have a little look at my finances, look at this. My expenses must be through the roof. What am I looking for? Net income? Yeah, my net income is the lowest of absolutely everybody here. Mostly because I think I'm still paying off stupid interest, stupidly large loan. We've got 7 payments remaining. Look, there's a lot of good stuff happening here. There's a lot of good stuff happening here, but there are inherent problems too. Lots of inherent problems. I haven't added a brand new vehicle to my network in what feels like ages. Which is another problem. I also feel like the AI might be better at just managing, like, a vast fleet of vehicles, such as the one that they've got. Which is exactly why I'm so keen to just take control of their operations in the UK. Do we not have any cargo between Liverpool and Newcastle here? Reduce the price of cargo. There we go. That's looking much better. And increased a little bit. That's fine. All right. Let's get back on the money train. Maybe the money train literally is exactly where we need to be. I really do think that trying to buy out less is more is a real priority. I think it's a real priority, to be honest. If I was to take out a massive loan, where would that leave me? Not in a great place, to be honest. What about buying access to Ireland? Is that more worthwhile? I think that might be more worthwhile. Alternatively, trains. Like, getting a monopoly on trains this early would potentially be huge. Airplanes are 800,000 bucks. You know what? Let's do trains. As soon as we possibly can, which may be not until next month because we're going to pay 60 grand in driver salaries. Also, can I maybe... Hold up, pause. Let me reduce the salary of drivers just a little bit. Yeah, so, you know, we're going to risk a strike. We're going to risk a strike here because I want to make sure that we're trying to pay as little as possible here because I'm looking for that 200,000 grand. And we're about to swap to the next month, which means that we're going to end up paying, yeah, you know, 82k and a whole bunch of stuff. But that's okay. I still think that I'm fine paying drivers the pittance that I do pay them. Yeah. Liverpool to Norwich. Norwich to Liverpool. Sure, let's do it. Sign me up. I'm interested in competing for that. Route. All right, 123. Okay, you know what? Let's go big. Go big or go home. I know I said I was looking for a 200,000 lump sum in order to buy railways, but you know what? I'm a sucker for trying to defeat the enemy at their own game. Let's adjust the price of this ever so slightly. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, drivers have again gone on strike. 53 flipping grand. Okay. I need to pay him more. I hate having so many drivers. It's a big old problem. Okay, you know what? Give me a big loan. I'm going to pay off the strikers, and then I'm going to purchase the license. I know. Lots of activity. Holy cow. Have you seen the price of locomotives these days? Oh boy. Oh boy. Right, well, I did not realize that things were going to be that expensive. So, the base level of locomotive costs 300,000 bucks. Well, that is obscene. That is absolutely obscene. We've got ourselves a license for locomotives, but as it turns out, locomotives are ludicrously expensive. Very, very, very expensive. You know what? More passengers, more buses. More passengers, more buses. Let's do it. More passengers, more buses, more trucks. More everything. Maybe there is a reason. Maybe there is an idea. Maybe we should think about upgrading some of our buses so that we don't end up losing a whole bunch of money. I mean, looking at it though, every single one of our trucks is making money, which is really, really good, I think. you know, these numbers would be negative if they weren't. So I think everything's good. I think everything's good from that perspective. It's just a case of growing too fast, really, which would be bad. Assign all. There we go. All right. Let's get some more bits and bobs repaired. I mean, I don't like the fact that I've got an absolutely massive loan over my head at this moment in time. In fact, we got 2 massive loans over my head. Maybe I'll be able to pay this loan off right now, in fact. That would be great. Got a 22% rate of interest there. What can we take out? We can take out 40 grand in loans, but that's fine. I'm not particularly bothered about that. Not particularly perturbed about this at all. Again, I really, really, really would like to take out less is more transportation. What about Dependable Highway Express? I mean, it's got a monopoly on the market in Turkey. And it is, I don't know if it's undervalued, but it's certainly cheap as chips. Very, very cheap indeed. Very, very, very cheap indeed. Also, you know, I keep chatting about buying a license to Ireland and then just not doing it. Which, probably a prudent idea. Just look at less is more. Look at less is more. They've got too much. They've got too much on me. Can't keep up. Can't keep up with all of the stuff that they need to do. Again, the good thing is that I think I'm making money here. I'm making money, which is the important thing. Which is the important thing. Less is more is just milking this a lot more effectively than I'm able to milk it. Any other routes that are underutilized thus far? Even the London to Birmingham economy route is pretty overstretched at this moment in time. Is it possible, perhaps, for me to get London to Birmingham? Yeah, London to Birmingham cargo route. We could definitely do with getting a little bit of cargo money out of this route. That would be real nice. So you know what? Give me 2 vehicles. Again, I know we're employing so many flippin' drivers in order to make this possible, but I still think it's worth it. The more vehicles we have, the better I feel. Okay, that's a 3rd vehicle, which I think is fine. 3 drivers, it's not exactly great. We are paying our drivers a lot of cash. See if we can save a couple of grand a month just by paying our drivers a little bit less. Yeah, so is it maybe worth us taking out another loan to see if we can try and take on Dependable Highway Express? I mean, truthfully, it might be. Use a detour here. Use a detour. I don't know why you don't automatically detour. Like, that seems fine to me. But hey-ho. Alright, you know what? Oh, look. Look at this. Less is more transportation have got access to Ireland. Okay, this is a colossal problem. An absolutely colossal problem. Yeah. Okay, that's big problem. Okay. London to Dublin, Castlebar, Limerick. Alright. I mean, that's good, but again, like, there's no way that we can actually connect up there. So there is no way that we can get our passengers from London to Dublin just, like, at the moment. In fact, at all. I don't think it's going to be possible. It's just a first-class route that the enemy have got. I really want to buy a license. I really, really, really want to buy a license. What can I say? We can take out a 173 grand loan. Is that going to be worth it? I mean, I am paying an obscene amount. 22% interest rate. I almost feel like maybe it's worth me just saving up and repaying this loan, like, as soon as I possibly can. Because I am throwing good money after bad. But then again, I do like loans. I do enjoy loans. I do enjoy loans greatly. The other thing that I'm curious about, is it possible for me to just, like, upgrade a vehicle? I don't think it is possible for me to upgrade a vehicle. It's possible for me to upgrade a vehicle individually, but I don't think I can upgrade it to another type of vehicle, which would be nice, which would be very, very nice. Right, let's look at the finances. How are things going? Okay, net income. My net income is still not exactly positive. My expenses are the highest. My income is not the highest. Ascent Transport Inc. has actually overtaken me. That is a concern. That is a big old concern. Big, 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 big concern. I mean, I have also bought the license to Rails pretty darned early. You know? So, from that perspective, I think I'm ahead of the curve. But at the same time, I'm not going to be able to utilize it. Right, I'm going to buy access to Ireland. Let's do it. Okay. Let's do it. Right, so we got to get a couple of routes set up. There we go. Belfast. Okay. So there are two routes here. There are two routes here that we need to try and exploit. One. In fact, technically, yeah, technically there are like 2.5. Okay. So we want to wait until we got a little bit more cash. Then I think we're gonna, to be honest, I think I would actually just like a big bus. This is exactly it. So this guy's got the idea here. So the biggest bus, I think it's this one that the enemy have decided to use, which I dislike intensely. But that's okay. All right, let's save up for the 60 grand type of bus, and then we'll just use that one. Because there is no way that I am going to let the enemy compete solely for these luscious passengers over here. Come on, 60 grand, please. 60 grand. So darned close. So darned close. Less is more transportation. There's still, okay, you know, I can't afford to be waiting around. I mean, that's an absolute lie, because I absolutely can't afford to wait around. Like, I am ahead of the curve, for sure. Broken down? Send for repair. Depot's already at full capacity? Is there a capacity issue in the depot? Uh-oh. That's a problem. I didn't realize that was an issue. Upgrade capacity of the depot? How much money do I need? Upgrade maintenance level? I mean, I would like to do all of those things, to be honest with you. That would be excellent. 10 grand? 10 grand is how much it's going to cost to upgrade the capacity level. Honestly, I think that's what I need to prioritize repairing. So let's do that as soon as we possibly can. There we go, video game. Come on, come on, come on. I'm super irritated that over here we've got issues. Okay, upgrade capacity. There we go. Wonderful. Upgrade maintenance level. To be honest, upgrading the maintenance level would be kind of nice. So let's do that so that we repair much faster. And upgrade the capacity again. Okay, so we've now got 4. That's plenty, I think. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. My competitor has got the upper hand in Ireland. I don't believe it. I simply don't believe it. And now I'm going to have to compete on price as opposed to quality. Really? Okay. I mean, that kind of sucks. Wrong route. You're supposed to be on that route. Travel immediately. That's fine. Yeah, look at the number of buses that they've got over here. This is bad. This is bad for us. It's bad for us. That's okay though. It's not the end of the world, not the end of the line. We can absolutely afford to fix this. Maybe by buying them over though. That might be the solution to the problem. Right. 46 bucks a ticket. Excellent. Just keep on churning out buses. Keep on churning out buses. There we go. There we go. Decrease that a little bit. Okay. As long as we are making money on every route, then I am very, very happy. Excellent. And that's a first-class route as well that I just managed to get in before the bank balance completely deteriorated, but that's fine. How's our depot doing? Our depot's in a great place. Depot's in a really, really good place. All right. What is the bank telling me? The bank's telling me that I've got 180 grand outstanding. And I could take out a 270,000 loan, but the total to be paid would be 339,000, which is just, you know, throwing 60,000 bucks down the drain, which I really don't want to do now that I think about it. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be very, very restrained, and I'm gonna pay off my existing debts before faffing around with more. What is this? Use a detour. Come on, dude. Just use a detour. You can figure it out. You can figure it out. All right. How are my drivers? How are my drivers? Are my drivers happy? My drivers are actually happy. Cool. All right. Pretty happy with that. It's good stuff. Oh, man. I could so totally... Damage vehicle. Close road. We could close the road. What if I damage all of the vehicles over here? Huh. You know what? You know what? I want to do this. There are two really, really big buses over here, and they don't have a depot. They don't have a depot. They don't have a depot over here that they can end up fixing. So you know what? Let's pay 50 grand to just completely destroy this over here. What's the issue? Did I manage? Did I do it? Vehicle has been damaged. Excellent. Good stuff. So it's going to be permanently damaged until a depot is built. As far as I'm aware, right? I think that's the case anyway. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Okay, so I would like... Aha! You built a depot. Okay, it wasn't actually hugely out of the way, but they did it nonetheless. Okay, so I think I want to see if we can try and compete, and we'll get a bus that is like 170 grand in order to outdo the enemy here. 170 grand for a bus. It's a substantial amount of money. Hold up. I tell you what I'm gonna do. Sell this vehicle. Yeah. And then I'm gonna sell all of the other vehicles on this line. There we go. Sell this vehicle. Yep. Sell this vehicle. Yep. Sell this vehicle. Yep. Excellent. Okay. 170 grand is what I need. No! I was so close to having it. I should have sold another vehicle. Yeah, the point is that if I get 170,000 grand together in order to buy this vehicle right here, then I can actually outdo the competitor. Also, it looks like the competitor has got a ongoing strike, which is really, really nice. Very, very happy with the fact that there's a strike over there. Lower the price of cargo a little bit. An earthquake. An earthquake in the middle of England. Right. Significantly increases outgoing demand. Okay, that's actually good for me. Fine, I guess. Anyway, if I try and outcompete the Irish routes on quality and speed, then that's gonna be brilliant. What's the issue here? Vehicle damaged? That's all good. That's all good. It's all fine. All right, I just need 170 grand in order to do it. Just need 170 grand. Come on, come on, come on. 170 grand. Not that one. This one right here. We're so close. We're so close. Yes, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. Okay, so it's 25 regular passengers, 12 first-class passengers. Is that the one that I want? Is that the one that I want? Because we don't actually... I tell you what, we want to do it on this one. Yeah, do it on this one. Okay. Alright, lower the price a little bit. Lower the price a little bit. Why are we waiting for passengers here? Why are we waiting for passengers? Do I need to do a survey? If I need to do a survey, then I need to do a survey. But, I mean, I don't think that it's really going to matter. Lower the price. Lower the price. We're still waiting for passengers? Really? Even at this low price? There we go. Much better. I'm going to put the price back up. Again, I'm not entirely sure why that was the case. Alright, so I mean, that plan was not flawless. There we go. Alright, fine. Delete routes. Why would I want to delete routes, video game? The other thing that we want to consider is, let's do this. Yeah, so we can actually get this route serviced. Because we don't have any competitors on this route, so I guess we're just gonna crank up the cost of tickets. And we're gonna gouge people for everything that they have. If that works, of course. There's a strike that's ongoing. Honestly, I would love to just pay off the strike, but unfortunately I can't. So I'm just gonna be crippled by a strike for a while, but it looks like my competitor is also crippled by a strike, which is fine. 1.5 million bucks. Holy cow. Alright, okay. Turns out you can't gouge the customers that much. I tried. Alright, and it looks like the enemy has got their bus back up online over here, which is pretty problematic, I would say, because I wanted to compete. I wanted to compete with that. I wanted to compete with that offering. Okay, we got 6 payments left, 141,000 left to repay on the loan, which is fine. I still think things are okay for us. Things are very, very much okay for us. We're probably not going to be able to repay the loan this month, but honestly, maybe next month. And we could take out a 470,000 loan. I still want to buy over. Less is more transportation. Like, that is still my absolute priority. 5 payments left. Okay, this is it. This is my time. I've been crippled by loans. Crippled by loans of my own making. But frankly, that's okay. Dependable Highway Express. Again, where is Dependable Highway Express operating? They're competing against European Air Services. Dependable Highway Express. I almost feel like maybe we just try and buy them out. Doesn't look like it's an entirely profitable venture. There we go. Okay. We got it. We got it. Okay. We got the loan repaid, which means that we don't have to deal with anything that is going to cost us an obscene amount of money. Which means that hopefully we're just able to make yet more cash. Okay, I need to pay my drivers more. How the heck are they demanding such a large salary? It's crazy. If it has to be done, though, then it has to be done. Okay, we can't pay off because we don't have any cash. What an obscenely long strike there. All right, let's go into fast mode. Do you know why we want to go into fast mode? The reason that we want to go into fast mode is that I would like to very much. Another strike? What the heck is happening here? I would like to buy a brand new bus. I would like to buy a brand new bus for this area over here, please. I'd like to buy the one that transports 46 passengers. So that I can properly compete with my Irish counterpart over here. Man, the fact that there's a ridiculous number of strikes ongoing is ridiculous. That really is obscene. That really, really is obscene. Alright. Do I want to just disable this for a time? Sure, do that. Do that, and then do this. And then crash that. Alright. Failed to damage the vehicle. Alright. Try again. Depot has been damaged. Excellent. Vehicle has been destroyed. Excellent. Vehicle has been damaged. Excellent. Is that worth it from my perspective? I think it probably is. I think it probably is. There we go. 40 bucks for passengers. Excellent. All right, so this should make me a lot of money, this route. All right. I am the only one operating here. That's right. That's right. No enemies. No enemy competitors. It's all good here. It's all good. Less is more is really starting to accelerate. Like, holy cow. Look at this. I am getting left behind in the dirt here. This is obscene. Okay. My expenses are just far and away the highest. My net worth is still... It says that it's better than everyone else's, but that's not true. My number of vehicles is the most, and I've also transported the most passengers. Who's winning? Who's winning right now? Accent transport and accent transport as well. I mean, we need to merge. We need to merge. I need to buy somebody out. I need to buy somebody out that absolutely needs to be done. We can take out a 700,000 loan if we want to, which might just be the strategy. But to be honest with you, I feel like maybe we just want to see if we can try and save up for trains. Look at that! That's a train! That's a train! That's a train! That's a train! You've got you've got the ability to operate in France, and you... Oh my goodness gracious me. Okay, less is more transportation. I can see why your value is currently exploding, because this means war. This means war. This means war. We need to buy you out. We absolutely need to buy you out. I should have done it when I had the opportunity. Unfortunately, now we're in a situation where we're going to be a little bit more hard-pressed. Also, look at the size of these trucks that you've got operating here. We need to upgrade our fleet. We need to get back ahead of the curve. We need to get back in the game. And we're going to be doing that in the next episode of Transport Inc. Ladies and gents, thank you ever so much for watching this episode. Thanks as ever to all the fantastic support over on the Patreon page, patreon.com/potato. Also thanks to Banana Nana and C Senpai for being the two $25+ plus tier patrons. Thank you very much for watching, folks. I'll see you next time. Bye.